Hi there, students. I had a really good question from Domi Barahona asking, are neither and nor singular or plural? Well, I think this is a great question. Let's see. In certain circumstances, I think both of them can be both plural and singular. Let's start with neither because it's easier. Let's see, neither in itself means not one and not the other when you have two different possibilities. And if you look at the grammar of the word neither, neither is singular. So if you're writing, I would recommend always using neither is. Yeah? You may find informally people sometimes use neither are as well. Let's see. Neither of the two people present wants to do the job. So here, singular. Neither of the two people present want to do the job. Much more informal. I wouldn't write that. But notice, it means when we use are, it means both of them don't want to do it. Yeah? But if I say is, not one nor the other. And that's the real meaning of neither. Therefore, my recommendation is always use neither is. Yeah? But you can use it when speaking in informal situations. But if you're writing, you really need to say neither is. Now let's get to the word none. Okay, none is more complicated because none means not one of several. Okay, it's not one of several. And it depends if you're referring to the individual things in the group or if you're referring to the group as a whole. So none of the students are going to pass their exam. None of the students is going to pass their exam. Let's see, none of them are. You're looking at the whole group. None of the students is going to pass their exams. You're looking at the individuals. So they're both right, and you can use both of these depending what you want to focus on. Let's see, I think particularly when we use none in the plural, we're talking about a group. So none of the people present, to me here, are sounds better. Yes, because we've talked about the group. None of the people present are. Whereas none is going to pass. Yeah, there are many students, but none is going to pass. I still feel happier here. None are going to pass. Okay, so one, not one nor the other. Notice, there's one thing I didn't mention. Neither of two possibilities. None of three or more possibilities. Okay? So, none of the people are ready to go out. But also, if we use things like none of my time is spent doing that type of job. Here, time is uncountable, and it definitely needs to be is. None of what he is saying is clear. So no part of what he says. Yeah. None of the preparation is ready. None of the preparations are ready. Okay. So let's see. None is no part of, whereas none are not one member of the whole group. Let's see, if you're in a situation where you're not sure which one to use, I would strongly recommend using none is, because you're much more likely to be correct. Yeah, so none is probably better, but let's see. None of the people, none of us, none of those boxes are. Yeah, it's much more common like that. So none of the answers are wrong. None is wrong. You could use it like that as well. None of the bars is open. Yeah, you're emphasizing the individuals. Yeah, you could also say none of the bars are open. You're referring to the whole group. So none of the teachers know how to explain this. The whole group. None of them knows how to explain this. Not one single one. Okay, I think when none is followed by a plural form, if you say none is, it sounds extremely formal. Yeah, and I think none of the with a plural noun, none of the animals. You could say are, you could say is. It sounds too formal, but none of the students are. So, none is, no part of, singular. None of the carpet is dirty. None of this is true. None of this is real. Yeah, but none of these things are true. None of this work is done. None of this carpet, none of this carpet is dirty. None of these carpets are dirty. Okay, let's see. In literature, you will find examples of none is and none are. So you can use both. Yeah. If the sentence itself sounds singular, then is. With uncountables, use is. But when you're using plurals, it sounds better to use a plural noun. Although you can use is as well, although it sounds more formal. So there you go. I hope none of you are confused. Yeah, of the students, none is confused. Okay, if you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. None is, none are, neither is, neither are none and neither plural.